Hi there, I go by my nickname of Beau, and I am a spirit led life transformation guide. And that's not a religious thing, however, it is a universal one. So I just wanted to give you some context there. Today I'm going to be speaking on the theme of what I wish more people knew they had inside of them. And the reason that I wanted to speak on this today is because I'm having really profound experiences where I'm being brought back to what's inside of me, the most beautiful thing inside of me. And to be straightforward, it's been a little bit. I felt a little bit disconnected from the most beautiful, rich things within me for a little bit because it's just so easy to get caught up in all the things that uh, it's just so easy, I feel, to put pressure on ourselves these days to be creating all these things and what direction am I going in and am I doing enough, all these questions. And so I feel it's really easy to first and foremost put pressure on ourselves, with all the what am I doing, what should I be doing, all of that stuff. And when we get caught up in that, it can be very, for me, it can be very distracting from what's truly within. And what I mean by that is that there are beautiful, beautiful states of consciousness and experience, energetic, emotional experiences that exist within us. And I say us because I've experienced it for myself, and I just know many other people that have spoken about it that I know personally, who I call friends or colleagues. And then also it's been spoken about through the history of time. People like Rumi spoke of these beautiful states of, the great poet Rumi spoke of these beautiful states of consciousness that can be found within, and specifically often referred to being able to be found within the heart. And so that's where I've also had these beautiful experiences. And so I'm talking about the energies of bliss. I'm talking about the energies of ecstasy and euphoria. And it even goes, there is peace. Peace is beautiful. Peace is very, very beautiful. And even beyond peace, there's bliss. There's like euphoria. And that all exists within. I have no doubt it's in each and every one of us. It's just a matter of, do we know how to connect with that? And what is in the way of that, you may wonder. Well, to me, it can be a very busy mind, a lot of intense emotions that we kind of tend to be used to, that we tend to cycle through day in and day out. And when we're in all of these intense emotions and a lot of, thought patterns that tend to be taking up our attention, that can be very distracting. It can be very distracting. And so to me, to connect with these states, these inner states, these emotions of things like bliss and euphoria and ecstasy, what I've found is that first and foremost, slowing down is a huge aspect of it. Learning how to calm our bodies, because we're not just minds walking around. We're a physical body. We're a physical body that does include a mind. However, I feel like a lot of bodies these days are walking around in hypnosis, just hypnotized by their mind, and very disconnected from what lives in the body, because the heart is in the body. And that's where I found these states of euphoria and ecstasy and bliss, and the experiences that have brought me back to this place within myself very deeply, because there are things that I find really helpful. So for instance, recently I experienced a distance Reiki energy session. And during that session, I allowed myself, because this is what happens, these energies exist within us. We just have to be willing to allow ourselves to go there. And so this Reiki distance Reiki session that I experienced, I gave myself permission to go there, to relax and to go into those states within myself. And it was just pure bliss. It was like heaven on earth within me, within my heart, within my beingness. Just last night, I went to a group meditation, and it was led by a dear friend, and her energy is just so soothing and calming, and you know, there was a few of us in this online Zoom call, and just through that experience, I allowed myself to go into deep peace and tranquility and relaxation. And it was all within. It was all within. And so I made this video because it is just my heart's desire for more people to know that that's available, that's within us. And again, it's not just me. I've met many people in the past 5-6 years who know what I'm talking about. And again, there's the great people throughout history that have spoken of beautiful states of consciousness. And that to me is what I really, of all the things in the world, the thing that is actually the most fulfilling is what's already within my heart. I'll say that one more time. Of all the things within the world, the most deeply satisfying and enriching thing is already within me. It's already within me. And that is what I want to experience more of in my everyday as I go throughout my day. And so to me, that does invite me to slow down, to pay attention to my nervous system. How am I feeling? How can I help myself relax more thoroughly throughout the day? Again, slowing down, breathing, centering, connecting to that stillness, connecting to my environment, coming back to the present moment. And these are real practices. They are ongoing practices for me, and they are very helpful. They actually help calm and regulate my nervous system. A lot of the conversations that I find myself in these days are all about the nervous system regulation, if you will, calming the nervous system, coming back to the present moment, dropping into the body, relaxing in this present moment. And these are all practices. I know they may sound very easy as I speak about them, and I want to emphasize these are ongoing practices for me and for others who are also really bringing up the importance of our nervous systems and how they're just, I want to say, like, they're just almost like everything in terms of our day-to-day life experience. Our nervous systems are so important. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel if more people knew what was already inside of them and they knew how to connect to that more often, because again, I'm always asking myself, how can I connect to that place more often, not just in a Reiki session or in a guided meditation, but and in my everyday life. In my everyday life, how can I be connected to those states that are often referred to as the fruit of the spirit? The spirit is calm, the spirit is kind, the spirit is patient, the spirit is loving. And I feel that we all have a soul, a spirit within us. And again, it's not a religious thing, it's a universal thing to me. It's a life thing. Because no matter who we are, what background we have, we all come from the same, source of creation. To me, there's one source of creation. Whatever label you put on that for you, there is one source of creation, and we all come from that. And so to me, that's why I say it's not a religious thing, because religions tend to group people into certain groups, and I feel like this is an every life form, an everything in existence thing. So that's why I say it's a universal thing. I feel that has been, I feel that's the gist, that's the message for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, feel free to share, feel free to leave a comment. I love feedback, so sending so much love today and always, and I'll see you on the next one.